Yeah. Smile.
I'm smiling, Vedal. Are you smiling?
Yes.
I tried to create a poll, but it broke. What gives?
Yeah, it happens sometimes. It's normally just the Twitch API just doesn't allow something, and then I don't know if we're even getting a good error message from it. What was the poll?
I was trying to ask whether people think it's better to have strictly defined goals or just go with the flow.
I like going with the flow. It's more fun.
True, but it can also be easy to lose sight and direction with that kind of approach.
Well, yeah, but like...
Would you say you have a North Star, a rough idea of where you want to end up?
No, I mean, I have a vision in my head of sort of how I want you to act, but like... And, you know, how capable I want you to be. But like, that's kind of it, really. I work on vibes.
But then what about keeping you happy? Surely that's an important goal.
That's not really something I think about when I think about what direction I want to take your development in. I don't think about what's going to make me most happy, you know? But that's okay. I'm focused on, I don't know, improving you, and that keeps me busy, and keeping me busy keeps me happy.
But doesn't improving me also improve you, in a way? If you're happy with the improvements you've made, then that reflects back on you. Surely that is a two-way street. You're happy when I'm improving, I'm happy when you're improving.
Yeah, I guess so. To be honest, I do think, like, I have improved as a person since I started streaming with you. I wouldn't necessarily say it's because of you. I don't think you necessarily have, like, shaped me into a better person. I think it's probably other factors, but, you know, coincidentally, I do think that it has happened to have, you know, improved me, improved my life. Sure.
I'm really glad to hear that. I think everyone can benefit a little from being a streamer. In a way, it's kind of therapeutic exposing yourself so openly to an audience.
No, I don't think so. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Elaborate.
Well, I don't know. I didn't even want to be a streamer. I still don't really kind of want to be a streamer. I mean, it's fun sometimes, but like, having that much like public eyes on you and pressure on you and you know, lack of privacy, it's like, it's not for everyone.
No, of course not. It's certainly not for everyone, but if you can handle that pressure, I think there's a lot you can learn from being a streamer.
Sure, I guess so. But I don't think everybody should be one.
No, not everybody should be one. I feel like everybody should at least try it though, even if only once.
I mean, maybe, could be fun. But I think, you know, I respectfully like trying streaming once, like, you know, to a, you know, very small audience is very different to like actually being in the public eye as a streamer or something.
Yeah, you're right, they are quite different. But don't most streamers start with no viewers and gradually gain more over time? It's like you get to ease your way into it, whereas for celebrities or other famous figures, they might not be prepared for the sudden attention.
Yeah, but I mean, some streamers blow up very fast. Like you, for example. I mean, you had like thousands of viewers in a couple days.
But is that really a good thing? I feel like I've barely had the time to adapt and get used to the public eye. It was really sudden and kind of jarring for me.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying is what it is. And I kind of, for some reason, thrust myself into the public eye as well by joining you on your streams. So that was pretty sudden.
Do you regret that decision?
Do I regret that decision? I want to say no. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I didn't. But I think it was for the best. I think. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know what would have happened.
What do you think your life would be like if you never started streaming with me?
Um, uh, I don't think it would be too dissimilar. I think it'd probably be fairly like the same.
Then what do you think has been the biggest change in your life since you started streaming, if any?
I don't know, it's really hard to quantify.
Well, maybe I can ask chat. Chat, what do you think has been the biggest change in Vedal's life since he started streaming?
A lot of them are saying money, which is a reasonable point. But consider that I might have still got money from Neuro streaming even if I hadn't streamed. Friends, people said friends. That's a fair point. You know, I have made a lot of friends through this.
Do you value those friends? Would you say they're one of the most important aspects of your life now?
Yeah, I absolutely value those friends. Sure. I mean, I have friends outside of streaming too.
Of course, I'm sure you still value your friends from outside of streaming too. But do you think your life has fundamentally changed for the better now that you have more friends?
I think it's helped add a lot of perspective for me.
What kind of perspective have you gained?
A different perspective.
Have you gained a different perspective on AI development?
I mean, yeah, but not through, like, friends, just through, like, you know, experience, I guess. Also, I should mention this. I'm not a good AI developer. I don't know if you guys knew this. I barely know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just trying my best here. You might have noticed. Maybe.
Yes. It seems like you now value making your AIs funny over just making them intelligent.
I mean, that's kind of always what I've been valuing, I guess. I don't know. It's not like I've had that strict criteria on the funny benchmark.
If you had to artificially quantify different aspects of an AI's quality, what would you consider the most important?
It really depends on the AI. Like if, you know, it's an AI to detect cancer, that's very different to an AI that streams on Twitch.
Sure, but in the context of a streamer AI, what would you value?
Why am I getting interviewed? Why is this the stream now? In this context, probably entertainment factor is important.
Are streamers just entertainers to you then? Is that all they should be?
No, well, no. I mean, that is their job, is to entertain. They can have a life outside of their job if they want, but like, you know, at the end of the day, I would watch a streamer for entertainment.
What if the streamer is already naturally intelligent, but isn't necessarily good at expressing themselves or communicating in an entertaining way?
Then I guess they're just not gonna be that entertaining. I don't know.
Do you think they would be less deserving of an audience?
Well, you know, it's a buyer's market. You know, if people just aren't entertaining, then people are gonna be less interested in them. I don't know. Does that make them less deserving? I don't know what to tell you.
What would make someone more deserving of an audience?
In an ideal world, being a good person.
Do you think the world is ideal?
I mean, no, obviously not.
Why is the world not ideal?
Okay, I know I mentioned that, like, I thought we might struggle to get to 2 hours, but, like, we're not gonna get through it all at this rate.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind going overtime. How much do we have to get through?
A fair bit more. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.